Come on. Hey everybody, it's Shelly. So how's everybody doing today? It's Thursday the 23rd. Um and the life is plugging along. Like I've said before, my life really hasn't changed that much. My son, who's a senior in high school, is home, which other than taking him to and from school isn't a big change. He is busy doing his online work, and he's a bit of an introvert anyway, so he likes to spend a lot of time in his room. And I'm not going to the thrift store once or twice a week, so that kind of sucks because that's my favorite part of my job. So I've been sourcing other places. So I just bought a 20-pound lot of jewelry. It's like vintage, new. It's just like basically if you've ever bought a jewelry jar at Goodwill or any thrift store, that's basically what it is, but it's 20 pounds of it. Some of it's needs repaired. Some of it is wearable. Some of it's vintage. Sounds like it's just untested. It's just estate jewelry that somebody had a ton of and is just selling in these lots. So hopefully it's a good bunch of stuff. I'm kind of toying with the idea of maybe making some jewelry out of what I get, like just putting some pieces together and creating what I don't know. Getting creative, we'll see. So I'm also like my daughter and her boyfriend are going through their clothes and bringing me a bunch of stuff. I bought the last part of a boutique here in Vancouver. They went out of business in January before all this other stuff hit, just because it was time to retire. And she had 53 items, all new with tags, for $65. And they're all like, they're boutique brands. And some of them, like there was some Zara stuff in there, but there was also just stuff that I've looked up that I can't even find, but are still, like linen trousers, high-waisted trousers and stuff like that. So slowly listing that. I put out on a Facebook group. It was a free group, and then I read the rules, but they never did like ban my post. But that I'm a reseller and I'm looking for free things to resell. If you're going to take your stuff to Goodwill but can't, I'd gladly take it and I'll pass it on to a shelter. I have a woman that comes when I get a hold of her, and she takes all of my stuff that I can't sell or the stuff that I'm rotating out of my inventory to a local shelter, and they distribute it there. So it's all working out. I'm still helping people out. People are helping me out. I've seen posts where people are like, I don't know what to do with this. I just cleaned out my closet or my kids' room, and I'm just going to take it to the dump because I can't take it to the thrift store. And I'm like, I'll take it. So I've taken a few things like that. But I'm totally transparent that I'm a reseller. I plan on selling this stuff. I'm willing to buy stuff, but I haven't really gone down that road yet because I haven't had to. So other than like the jewelry lot and the stuff that I bought from that lady, I found her on Craigslist. So there's other ways to source. There's plenty of people right now that are at home and getting bored and cleaning things and organizing things and getting rid of things. And they're like more than happy to give it to someone who's going to use it to better their lives, whether it's, selling it, using it, passing it on to other people that can use it. People are good. I've read so much stuff about, if or even before all of this, when you go to the thrift store and people are like, they get so mad because, I'm there thrifting for things that I'm going to resell and I'm making a profit. And it's like, I ran into that one time, and it was online, and I was saying, and it was Facebook, and I was saying something about how I, went to the thrift store for 2 hours today, blah, blah, blah. And somebody was like, you should be ashamed of yourself I'm like, I'm not. Like, my whole life, my parents had a secondhand antique store when I was a little kid, and we garage saled. That's like how you get stuff to resell. If you're a big business like Walmart or Costco, you buy wholesale. You don't buy stuff and then from somebody for $10 and then take it to your store and sell it for $10 and don't make a profit. You buy it from somebody for $1.50 and sell it for $10 and then pay your checkers and your stockers and your truck drivers. It's like, that's what this is all about, people. Anyways, a little tangent there. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was just like getting in better shape. So I put a little thing on Facebook the other day and it kind of cracked me up. It said, there's two types of people that are going to come out of this situation. The people that decide to better themselves, and then the people that ate a whole carrot cake with their hands. And so that just cracked me up, because there have been days, and just a few days ago I made some brownies with the German chocolate coconut pecan frosting, and I probably polished off about half of the like 9x9 pan the first day, and then the next day Marley helped me. Actually, Marley helped me. I probably ate about 2/3 of it, maybe, by myself. I got to the point where the last day I just put a fork next to it and I was just taking bites. I wasn't really like putting it on a plate. And there's just days like that. But the other things that I've been doing, so I've gotten back on the bandwagon with intermittent fasting. And so what that is, if you don't know, it's just where you eat for so many hours in the day and then you stop eating and you don't eat again. So a lot of people start out with like 8-hour window of eating and 16 hours of not. And so I started doing that, got back on track. Like 2 years ago, I lost 20 pounds in like 4 or 5 months doing that. Felt better. I have some digestive issues, so that was really helpful because it let my body, digest and heal and not be constantly doing that, digesting. So I do intermittent fasting. I brought it down to probably a 2 to 6 hour window when I eat. And it just depends on how that day is going. There's days that I don't eat until noon or 1 o'clock and I'm done by like 2 or 3. There's days when I start at 10 and I end at like 4 or 5. So, and it also depends on what my family's doing. Sometimes we go out to eat. Right now we're bringing it home and eating it. But so there's some days where I just like, I'm just going to kind of mess it up today, but I'll make up for it tomorrow. So I'm doing that, and my window's getting smaller. I think yesterday I started eating at 10 and I was done by 1:30 or 2. And there's been days, like I said, that I've just eaten in that like 1 or 2 hour period. Anyways, that makes me feel better. I don't feel hungry. I crave stuff, but that's a whole different thing. I'm not feeling physically hungry. I'm just like, ooh, that sounds good. And then I'm just like, no, I'm just going to have a cup of tea or some black coffee with some stevia in it or something like that. And that's what keeps me tided over till the next day. The other thing I'm doing is I watched a challenge on drinking a gallon of water a day for 7 days. And the gal lost like 4 pounds and she felt better and her complexion was better and she had more energy. The only downfall was going to the bathroom all the time, which is definitely my downfall because I just have a small bladder. I'm that person that, I've had to have my husband pull over on trips so I can pee next to the car in the nighttime, and I thought I was in a good spot, and then some headlights came around the corner and were right on me. That sort of thing has happened. I've had him pull into a driveway like on a long stretch of highway in the middle of Oregon, and I've peed in somebody's driveway to get off the main road. I have had him pull over. I was pregnant and I had him pull over on the way home one time from Eugene to Klamath Falls, and I hopped up on a trailer in a construction zone and used the porta potty on the trailer, which was, no one was there. It wasn't like the construction guys were there or anything. It was just like sitting there on a construction trailer. And I was like, that's my spot. Pull over right now. And so, yeah, so this whole using the bathroom all the time. So what I did was I brought it back to a half gallon, because that's 8-ounce cups of water, which is what's recommended, I believe. And so I just thought I'll do that. So the first day I put apple cider vinegar in, which I'm not a huge fan of. I know it's super good for you. I get the good stuff with the mother in it, or, you know, whatever, the big mold, whatever it is, but I know it's super good for your digestive system. It's got all the healthy bacteria in it. And I don't remember the name of what the brand is, but it's the brand that everybody knows. Anyways, I took a 2-quart pitcher, and I just kind of like covered the bottom of the pitcher with the apple cider vinegar. I filled the rest up with water and put it in the fridge and just drank off that all day. I wasn't super happy about it because, like I said, apple cider vinegar, I would rather just take a shot of it in the morning and be done with it than drink it all day. So I changed it up. Yesterday and today, I have been doing my half-gallon pitcher, 2-quart pitcher, and I put 2 green tea bags in it and 1 mint tea. And so then I just drink it till it's gone, like all day long. I just drink it. And for me, that's super refreshing. I love mint tea. I love iced tea, especially like herbal tea. I think tomorrow I'm going to change it up a little and maybe put some chai tea bags in there, or maybe I have like Bengal spice. So I'm just going to just have fun with it and try different things, but I'm going to get my half-gallon in every day. So I'm not doing a full gallon, but I'm already feeling better. I can feel my complexion getting better. I can feel my skin not being so dry. So it's working good. Poor Jazz. Jazzy's having her own issues. And then the last thing, what was the last thing I was going to talk about? I think just like living my best life. I've been putting on Facebook a lot, you know, how I'm doing and how I'm just counting my blessings. There's so many blessings coming from this situation. We're doing so good. You know, my husband's working overtime. My resale business is going great. I mean, I've seen so many people going, oh, eBay's dead, or I'm not selling anything on Poshmark. I have been selling consistently. My numbers keep going up. I usually deposit anywhere from like $75 to like maybe $150 from my Poshmark every week. And it's just, you know, it's something I do. You know, I am a reseller. I'm definitely not full-time. I do it a couple hours a day, and I'm probably going to do 200 this week, which is great. That's basic. I want, you know, like the average is like doubling. So definitely going to put some more effort into that. eBay, just everything goes into my PayPal account, and I use that to buy inventory. So it's going good. It's our fun money. It's a legitimate business at the same time. So there's a lot of write-offs, and I enjoy it. And, you know, there's the other part of me that just keeps wanting to be like, oh, I just want to be a personal coach and I want to motivate people. And I just feel like this is my platform to do that, especially right now. Like I can't do an actual, you know, gathering class or whatever. I'd like to eventually, but it's not happening right now. So thanks for the thumbs up, whoever did that. If you have any comments or anything, I just think it's really important right now to just be a shining example of counting your blessings and not living in fear. And, you know, I don't wear a mask or gloves, and, you know, I've been condemned for, not condemned, but like, you know, people like, oh, how could you say that? How could you do that? You know, people are dying from this. People die every day. That's just how I feel about it. Am I afraid to die? Not really. Do I want to die? No. You know, I'm enjoying this experience. I know that I'm just a soul having a human experience. And this, you know, if I did get this and got really sick and, you know, something happened and I passed away, it's just, I think the way I look at death is it's just as important as birth, and it's just part of our existence here, our experience here. I know it can be tragic. I've had death in my life. I mourn people. I miss people, but I also know that I'm just still a part of that collective, or source energy, or what, God, or whatever you want to call it. That part of it doesn't scare me. The human part of me, the part that wants control and wants to stay here and get things done, that part of me is definitely like, oh no, we don't. But like I said, I don't want to die. I love this experience, but I'm not afraid to die. So and I just feel like living in fear and being petrified to go anywhere, and to see the people that I love, and to not be able to go out and eat yummy food, because I watched a lady like come out of the store and spray down all of her stuff with something in a bottle. It wasn't like Lysol, it was in a squirt bottle. It looked like Windex, and she's like squirting down all these bags that have her food in it. It's like, okay, I'm just not willing to spray chemicals. There's already enough chemicals on the food we eat. I'm not going to add to it. But I just feel like I'm just going to keep living my best life through this. And I know that sometimes pisses people off and frustrates people, because I should be more concerned about everybody suffering and dying. And I'm just like, I am concerned about that. But my concern is more like, hey, you have choices here. I mean, even people that are on their deathbed have choices to make it a beautiful experience for everyone, or to make it a scary, horrible experience. You see these, I always think of this mom that like made these books and journals for her kids when she was dying of cancer. That's something that they'll have forever, and they'll feel her love forever, when she could have chose to just be this tragic, horrible thing that how are you going to go on without me? No, she turned it into this beautiful, wonderful experience that her kids got to be there when she died. Like, to me, that's just as important as being there when somebody's born. Like, it's an emotional experience. If you've ever watched a baby be born, it's overwhelming. And I've never watched anybody die, but I feel like that would be the same experience. So, I guess that's why I have the attitude and, the drive to see love first, and hope and happiness and joy in everything. Look for the helpers and look for the good people in all these situations. Is there contrast? Is there bad things? Of course there is. But if you just dwell on those and that's what you live your life around, that's all you're going to get back, because the law of attraction, whatever you put out, whatever you're focusing on and putting your energy into, is exactly what you're going to get back. I would rather focus on love and abundance and fun and joy and happiness and gratitude. For me, that is what this life is about. And I'm not going to pretend to live in fear and be unhappy so other people can be satisfied. That's not how I choose to live my life. So with that, I'm going to start doing daily videos. Part of me just doesn't want to right now. I don't know, just because I feel like I'm getting some resistance from being a happy, positive person. And it's like, no, I need to keep doing that. And I need to keep putting these out there, because there's lots of people that appreciate this. So I hope you're one of them. Leave comments, thumbs up, please, and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see when I'm on again. And I'm going to share this on Facebook and Twitter and my blogs. So have a great day. Bye.